Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Northeast Ohio Sports Show. This is episode 38. It is currently January 8th, 2026. Hope everyone's having a great week. We only have one more day till the end of the week, this Friday. Hope everyone's making it through it. It's actually kind of been warmer, which is good. My opinion, at least. Um, we'll go on to sports. Just me, Liam, tonight. Hunter's pretty busy doing dinner. He might be able to join a little bit later, but we'll have to see. We'll get right on to the sports. Once again, episode 38 of the Northeast Ohio Sports Show. Have a lot going on, actually, IRL right now, but we'll be talking about that a little bit more later on during our week ahead news show on Monday. Our quick, funny, not so funny topic. Hope you guys saw it. Look it up on YouTube. It's for Will Ferrell showing up as a ref to a game on January 1st, New Year's Day. Actor and comedian Will Ferrell, a longtime fan of the Los Angeles Kings, made headlines at an NHL matchup between the Kings and the Tampa Bay Lightning. One second, sorry guys, I got a cough. Sorry, I kind of had a cough and a little bit of congestion the past couple days. By attending the game in full referee attire, the appearance occurred at the Crypto.com Arena in LA, where Ferrell donned the classic black and white striped shirt and with the NHL logo, a black helmet, and other referee-style accessories, a whistle, reflective of official NHL officiating gear. His presence set in sharp contrast with usual fans and quickly became a focal point of attention from both of those in attendance and those watching the broadcast. Which is great to see, really funny in my opinion, rather than simply wearing a replica for fun. Ferrell fully committed to the bit, positioned right behind the bench and glass. He amusingly mimicked making calls and signaling penalties throughout the game, so much that the arena's video board featured him calling out infractions as if he were put on the officiating crew. Fans captured footage and shared images of him enthusiastically reacting to plays, contributing an extra layer of live comedy to the sporting event beyond the on-ice action, which is really cool to see. He did a brief interview with the Kings broadcast channel. He leaned into the joke by claiming that he had been trained by game's official referees, Brandon Schrader and Francis Sharon, jokingly that they were his prize students and that they were calling a heck of a game. He also professed his long-standing support of the NHL officials, humorously highlighting how difficult officiating can be. So they do get hit a lot in that sport, despite his outfit and spirited gesture. The Kings organization gently warned him not to blow the whistle during the actual game to avoid distracting players or distracting play. Yeah, I don't think they allowed that for anyone else, so that's funny. The Kings ended up losing the game 5-3 to the Lightning. Ferrell's antics arguably stole some of the spotlight and gave hockey fans a lighthearted talking point well beyond the final score and actually losing, so that's pretty cool. You can look at the clip from social media. Before we go, I'm going to grab a cough drop real quick, guys, so we're going to do that real quick. Once again, you can see above me, this is the Northeast Ohio Sports Show on Villy Doodle Network. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Make sure you drop a like if you haven't already. Even if you're watching the video on demand, that really helps us out. Make sure, if you haven't already, you're subscribed and that you ring that bell if you want to be notified of live notifications whenever we go live. Really good to have. Also, our Facebook's in the description if you want to follow us on that. It really helps us out. So the Browns' last game, 16th game during the Bengals. The Browns actually won 20-18. Crazy. The Browns finished their record 5-12, 2-6 away. The Bengals finished 6-11, 3-6 at home. One more win than us. Cleveland, points-wise, was 7-7-3-3. Cincinnati was 6606, almost had the Devils number. Recap of passing yards. Shedeur Sanders went 50%, 11 for 22, 111 yards. Joe Burrow passed a lot more, 29 for 39, for 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Rushing yards, Sampson had 10 carries for 32 yards. Brown for Carolina had 13 carries for 72. The offense was way better. Receiving yards, Tillman had 1 reception for 23. Jamar Chase had 8 receptions for 96 yards and a touchdown. Myles Garrett had his 1 sack to get the record, which is amazing to see. He did it in less snaps than T.J. Watt and Michael Strahan. Even though we have more games, even less snaps because of how much they rotate now, which is kind of crazy to see. You could say that also gives him an advantage to be a breather and stuff, but he's also not on steroids like they were back in the day. Tackles. Bush for the Browns had 14, 6 solo. B.J. Hill, D tackle, for the Bengals had 8 tackles, 4 solo. Team stats. Browns had 200 total yards compared to the Bengals' 364. Browns had 1 turnover compared to the Bengals' 2. Browns had 11 first downs compared to the Bengals' 24. We both had the same amount of penalty yards. We had 4 penalties for 40 yards, and the Bengals had 6 penalties for 40 yards. Crazy to see we were 0 for 1 in the red zone. They were 3 for 4. So really awesome to see. Really started off by Cincinnati scored first with a chase-bound 4-yard pass from Joe Burrow. Also, Penguins are playing right now. You can see that above and below me, and they just scored. It's 3-0 against the New Jersey Devils. Malkin goal, his 9th goal of the season, assist by Crosby, 25th, and Carlson, 29. There's about 50 seconds left in the second period. Then the Browns scored with Devin Bush 97-yard touchdown return, which is crazy to see. Sorry, interception return. Awesome to see how our defense is playing. Second quarter, we had another defensive touchdown of Sam Webb's 47-yard fumble recovery. Then T. Higgins had a 13-yard pass from Joe Burrow. The PAT failed, making it 14-12. Den Smith, kicker, had a kick, so and went back and forth. It is a meaningless game, but it is nice to see the Browns win to end the season. However, it probably will hurt the draft. So we'll probably go back in this if Hunter has time to come back and join us. If he does, I'll add him in here. Let me see real quick. He is not. But we'll talk about the Browns a little bit more. The whole year was bad. We kind of said what was going to happen. And it's funny. Actually, please go back and watch our earlier episode because I said exactly what was going to happen. That Flacco was going to play for a bit, and I said he was going to get hurt and get benched. That's kind of what happened. And then Gabriel came in, and that's what I said too for a bit. And then Sanders was going to come in, and Sanders would probably be the best. And that's basically what we saw. We did see Stefanski get fired yesterday. So very interesting. 1 second, I'm going to cough again. Browns firing 2-time Coach of the Year, Kevin Stefanski. However, after I believe he said he won 8 games for the last 2 years, it does make sense. Maybe it was 3 years. I don't really be surprised. All the injuries. So it does need to happen. We have had him for a while, and he hasn't been the best since the beginning. So I do think Jim Schwartz, if I believe his name is, or defensive coordinator, I would like him to get it. Head coaching position, but we'd have to see. Personally, if I was the coach, I'd be giving it. Sorry, if I was the owners, I'd be giving it to Schwartz. Or offering him in for first person offer. Because of how good our defense was this year, it's kind of hard not to say to do it. You know what I mean? Our defense was so good, it's what held us in a lot of these games. Probably top 10 if I'm not mistaken. I could look it up and I'll probably agree. So, give it to him. Maybe get a good offensive coordinator to help him out. Because we do need a good offense, and Stefanski didn't have it. His play calling was bad, so we'll have to see. Quick overcap of the F1 offseason. Preparations for 2026 seasons intensify. Sorry, my bad. Team and car launch schedules are shaped up as for new regulations era approaches. Key dates for 2026 car launches and liveries have been announced across the grid. with teams like Mercedes confirming their first look at the W17 and others detailing delivery reveal plans. Haas ended up actually adjusting its launch date for its 2026 Challenger to January 19th to avoid conflicts with other teams. The 2026 car regulations remain a central theme with ongoing discussions about new power unit design, going 50-50 hybrid to engine power, aerodynamic overhauls, and sustainability features that will define the next era of racing. Aerodynamic, we have front end DRS, kind of what we had last year, so active aero in the front and in the rear. For this year, it'll be awesome to see. Some driver and team lineup updates. Leonardo Folanoli, a newly crowned FIA 2 champion, has signed with McLaren's driver development program, highlighting talent progressing towards F1 seats for McLaren. Would be cool to see. Cadillac officially named Zhou Guanyu as a reserve driver for its F1 team ahead of its debut season. Took him over Ferrari, underlining the team's preparations for its entry as a new constructor, and I'm really excited for Cadillac to be in and for them to make an engine eventually. All 2026 driver numbers were confirmed for the 2022 car field, bringing certain entities to finalize their lineups ahead of the season. And we saw, obviously, Lando Norris is getting one, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Max Verstappen's going for 3 instead of number 33. So really cool to see. Yep, Lando Norris took it up, and Max Verstappen is switching to 3 instead of 33. So we'll see. Lewis Hamilton marked his 41st birthday this week with an optimistic message about change and growth ahead of the 2026 season. After a challenging debut year with Ferrari, which we'll see that pretty much anywhere, I was saying that before the year, and I personally agree with that. Like, you could be the GOAT driver, but if you go to a new team, new engine that you've never driven, new gearbox you've never driven, not a Mercedes, it's going to be hard. It just is. Commentary and perspective have centered on whether 2026 might be a turning point for the 7-time world champion and his prospects with Ferrari, because we do see that Mercedes has the best engine, but next year it is going to be a little bit more engine and aero. So that's why people say McLaren's going to dominate next year, because they have the best aero and they're going to have that Mercedes engine. But Mercedes should have decent aero because they could always design their car better than McLaren because they're designing the engine. They could design the engine how they want to for their aero, and McLaren has to go, well, we just have to play from that. And that's how it's always been. Broader news in F1 ecosystem context. The F1 off-season has seen news flow beyond the paddock, media coverage adjustments with the return of dedicated F1 TV channels reflecting ongoing fan engagement. F1 Academy driver entries and reserve driver markets are also coming into focus, which is cool to see, including growth in feeder series and talent development ahead of the main championship. Several reports emphasize that not all team and drivers may adapt equally well, and that's how it's always been. And before upcoming 2026 regulations, some drivers have never been a part of a regulation change. Lewis has been a part of 2. This will be his 3rd. So it'll be interesting to see. Wait, sorry. 1. Well, 2 for Lewis, because there was 1 in 2021. So yeah, 2 for Lewis, so it all depends. Suggesting a potentially more unsettled competitive landscape, because even though Lando Norris won the championship last year, he might not win it if he can't change to his new regulations well. Sentimental coverage from the past week's highlights milestones, such as Audi firing up its 2026 F1 car for the first time. A key step for manufacturer's entry into the sport, which is cool to see. Discussions around preseason testing plans and regulatory clarifications, example, no changes to point systems, and expanded testing days reflect government decisions shaping in how teams will prepare. Something cool that's interesting too, they're saying right now Mercedes engine's so powerful, and they basically found a trick that they can kind of like recycle horsepower in the engine. It's not a part of the regulations right now. They will get an extra quarter second a lap. I think it's like 11 more horsepower that gets them a quarter second a lap. So we'll have to see. We have preseason tests for late January and February. Season opener is set for March 8th in Australia. So it's coming up 2 more months. Oh, sorry. Drop that. But, yep, 2 more months. IndyCar will go and we have to get some water. really hope everyone's having a good night. Any questions, feel free to ask. Going into the IndyCar off season. Actually, I'll check if we got any comments real quick. And make sure you drop a like. Now we're going to IndyCar. Scott McLaughlin changed his spotter ahead of 2026. Team Penske, new team old team. Yeah, he's been there. Penske driver Scott McLaughlin, confirmed a new spotter ahead of the 2026 season. Veteran David Hunt. Hunt replaces Adam Fournier, who has been McLaughlin's spotter since he in his IndyCar career. A change that could influence communication and race strategy once the season begins. Will Power is participating in a private Firestone event. Two drivers, including Will Power and his new Andretti Global Machinery for 2026, took part in an early Firestone test at Phoenix Raceway this week, marking one of the first tests for the reshuffled teams ahead of preseason testing. Scorsese, old Penske driver. Sim racing and esports momentum. IndyCar Thrustmaster iRacing Pro Series launches. The IndyCar Thrustmaster iRacing Pro Series returns in 2026 with a full roster and schedule announced featuring 8 rounds across street circuits, road courses, and ovals. This series resumes on January 8th, today, including competition on the streets of Long Beach, Indianapolis Oval, and Phoenix Raceway, with top virtual racers and substantial prize money on offer. We'll have to see it probably on Twitch. Sim racing community broadcasts. Alongside the Pro Series, iRacing's weekly tune-in broadcast schedule has been released, giving fans live coverage options of esports and community racings through mid-January with Scorsese. The 2026 NTT IndyCar Series schedule has been set with 17 races, including Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg, March 1st, return of Phoenix Raceway, March 7th, as part of a doubleheader with NASCAR, signaling an exciting front-loaded season ahead. Defending Alex champion Alex Palou enters title holder and an Indy 500 winner. Saw him win last year. New something as well we talked about, a new independent officiating board governing IndyCar and its feeder series, Indy NXT, was announced in 2026, not a part of Penske, aiming to bring greater transparency and consistency to race regulation and enforcement. Fan engagement events, Detroit Auto Show appearance. Several IndyCar drivers are scheduled to appear at the racing day during the Detroit Auto Show at January 20th, offering fans a chance to interact with stars and see championship cars outside the track environment, which is really cool to see. Some community chatter, discussions among fans, and forums continue to focus on 2026 expectations, including driver lineups, potential signings, and speculation on rookies, illustrating strong off-season engagement ahead of the new year. We're going to the NHL. I'll talk about my Penguins. Like I said, they're up right now. However, last Sunday they beat Columbus 5-0 in overtime. Silvers was the MVP for goalie, and Crosby was the MVP, or first star, whatever they call it. Saturday, January 3rd, we played Detroit and won. We're actually in a winning streak, 4-1. Skinner was our goalie, and Raquel was our MVP. We are currently at 20, 12, and 9. Good to see 8 above 500. We played Detroit again last Thursday and we won 4-3 in overtime. Silvas was our goalie and Crosby was our MVP. Last Thursday, we won against Carolina 5-1. Skinner was our goalie and Skinner was our MVP. Great to see. Once again, that Sunday before, too, we beat Chicago 7-3. So if we win today, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-game winning streak, but we're on a 5-game winning streak, which is great to see for the Penguins. We are currently 20, 12, and 9, like I said before, and those 9 overtime points really help us out. We are gaining momentum with recently strong performances. Of course, Sidney Crosby continues to produce at elite level despite his age. Team showing resilience in comeback situations, which is great to see too as well. And is this a legitimate playoff push or a short-term hot streak? We will have to see. Oh wow, college football playoff is tonight? That's what they meant when they went to football games tonight. Or Alabama and Ole Miss at ESPN with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left, second, 10-10. I'm going to put that on. But I actually opened up ESPN for another reason. And I wanted to see the NHL standings. Get our Penguins out here. I'm going to cough for 1 second. So, in the Metropolitan, Carolina's in first with, they are 26, 14, free. Then we have the Islanders, who are 24, 15, and 4. Philly, 22, 12, and 7. Washington, 22, 16, and 7. Pittsburgh, 20, 12, and 9. We have 49 points. Washington has 50. Philly has 51. Islanders have 52. Carolina has 55. Behind us, we have Jersey, 22, 19, and 2. Not that many overtime points, or 46 points. We have the Rangers, 20. They have 46 points, tied with New Jersey. They're 20, 18, and 6. Then we have Columbus Blue Jackets at 43 points, 18, 17, and 7. Which is just crazy to see, in my opinion. Penguins kind of coming back, but it really doesn't matter because of how well other teams are playing. And that really sucks. It really does. I'm also going to check when the next college football game is, because I was wondering if that's tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, so tomorrow we have Oregon and Indiana at 7:30, and Monday will be the championship. I know I was like doing it on Mondays, but that's a week later, right? Yeah, they get a week off to prep. Monday, January 19th is when it will be. Blue Jackets. Man, I wish Hunter had time to come in and talk about his favorite thing, some Blue Jackets. I'm going to take a sip of water before our next topic. Make sure you drop a like. I really appreciate it. Follow us on Facebook. So the Blue Jackets, since last Thursday, Saturday, they won against Buffalo 5-1. Greaves was their goalie. Greaves was their MVP. Sunday, like we said, they lost against Pittsburgh 5-4 in overtime. Greaves was their goalie. Malachek was their MVP. There was also a trade between the Blue Jackets and Penguins. Let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, we got Igor Chinnikov and sending back forward Danton Hennon, 2026 second round pick, originally St. Louis, and 2027 third round pick, originally Washington, in a deal that happened in December, which is interesting. I thought, we would beat Washington, to hear that would help out. And he's gotten goals for us, and he's helped out a lot. Then they lost Tuesday against San Jose 5-2. Greaves was their goalie. Provorov was their best goal star. They're playing Vegas at 10 p.m. tonight. Saturday they're playing Colorado. Sunday they're playing Utah. Saturday they're playing at 4 p.m. Sunday they're playing at 7 p.m. Then Tuesday they play Calgary at 7. Thursday they play Vancouver at 7. I also didn't say what the future for the Penguins are. Penguins will play Calgary Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Sunday they play Boston at 5. Tuesday they play Tampa Bay at 7. And next Thursday they play Philly at 7, which I always like to see them play Philly. Jackets are showing flashes of offensive potential, ongoing issues of consistency in closing out games, young core continuing to develop under pressure, will need to improve quickly to stay in a playoff race will be interesting to see. We'll go real quick into the Cavs. I want to put on that football game, but it wasn't allowing me to put it on. Dang. Alright. Cavs since last Thursday. They beat Denver on Friday, 113-108, with Mitchell getting 13 points, Allen getting 12 rebounds, and Garland getting 8 assists. Our big three helping out. Sunday, we lost against Detroit, though, and they've been a good young team. 114 to 110. Mitchell, 30 points. Tyson, 7 rebounds. Garland, 6 assists. Tuesday, we beat Indiana, another good young team we always see in the playoffs. High up there, just like Detroit, but I think Indiana's not really having the best year. 120 to 116, making us 21 and 17. Garland got 29 points. Allen got 12 rebounds, and Porter Jr. got 9 assists. The Cavs are currently playing against Minnesota, and I'll be looking up that score right now to help us all out. You should be able to see it on the screen, though. Right now, they're beating the Timberwolves 58 to 53 with about 2:56 left in the second quarter. Be interesting to see. We also play Minnesota again Saturday at 1 on Prime Video. Monday, we play Utah at 7. Wednesday, we play Philly at 7. And next Friday, we play Philly again at 7. Interesting to see. Currently, the Cavs are 21 and 17. And I do want to see how the Eastern standings, what the Eastern standings look like. Eastern Conference right now, we have Detroit in first. Like I said, so they're doing good, 28 and 9. Then we have the Knicks and 24 and 13. Second, Boston, 23-13, always good. Toronto having a great year, 23 and 15. Philly, 20 and 15, having a good year in fifth. Orlando Magic having a good year, 21 and 17 and sixth. Cavs are at seventh, right off a break. 21 and 17. Then we have Miami. So we're in the plans right now at 20. Well, we're less than halfway through, so it's okay. Miami's at 20 and 17. Atlanta's at 18 and 21. They just traded Trae Young to Washington for CJ McCollum and someone else. Chicago in 10th, right after the last play-in, at 17 and 20. Then we have Milwaukee at 16 and 21. Charlotte at 13 and 24. Brooklyn at 11 and 23. Washington at 10 and 26. Indiana, really bad year, 6 and 31. Western Conference, we have OKC in first at 31 wins and 7 losses. San Antonio, 26 and 11, doing well with the rebuilt team. Denver in third, 25 and 12. Lakers in fourth, 23 and 12, doing better with the lineup. And LeBron's so injured, though. Minnesota, 24 and 13 and fifth. Houston, 22 and 12 and 6. Phoenix, 22 and 15. Golden State, 20 and 18 and 8th. Portland and 9th, doing better at 18 and 20. Memphis still at 16 and 21. Dallas, 14 and 23, outside the plans. Then we have the Clippers at 13 and 23. Rip. Utah, 12 and 24. San Antonio, 8 and 29. New Orleans, 8 and 31. I didn't want to see who's been guessing. It's been normal. Yeah, Luka. Luka's been going off. Luka had a triple-double, and they lost their last game to San Antonio. But Luka had 38 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, just going off for himself. And that's actually it for me, guys. Whenever it's just me, we kind of gun this off a little bit more. I always expect a kind of half an hour show to be working whenever we talk and have a show like this. 1 second, I'm going to try to... Once again, if you enjoy the show, make sure you drop a like. I really appreciate everyone stopping by. My foot a little rough this week.
Testing.
Don't want the longest one talking 2 months. I'm going to cough again. I really appreciate everyone stopping by. Once again, drop a comment if you enjoyed the content. Oh, Hunter, you are here. I'm sorry, Hunter. I didn't see you join. I'm gonna switch my headset real quick. How do I do sound? Right here. Sorry, hold on 1 second. I gotta fix my settings. No, it is right. Am I just deafened? Coach, can you hear me? I don't know if my thing's even connected. Yeah, I gotta switch this over. My bad, Hunter.
Hello?
Hey, Coach, what's up?
What up?
Having a good night?
You know it.
Oh, I'm gonna turn
Me
you up a
versus
little.
this internet forever.
Now I get that one. I got fiber, so it's nice now. It's nice and quick. At the start, it was a little rough, but they ironed it out. So
They do
butter. So it's nice.
stream like butter.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Every time they do maintenance, it is like dog shit for the first 3 weeks. Then it's the normal dog shit it usually is.
Hmm. So let's go over. How about these Browns?
Awful. Uh,
At least Miles got for record.
Coaching interviews. I was so nervous he wasn't gonna get it. It was so nice to see him get it, and I don't care if it took 17 games. Like, this man is getting double, triple teamed every single game that he's played. He's the best defensive player ever. I think when it's all said and done, he's gonna even be better than LT.
Well, here's something too, Coach. Right, and you would probably agree with this. Um, I saw that he did it with less snaps. Now, some people might say that's a benefit, but with how they do the rotation now, I mean, LT was probably on steroids, and Miles Garrett ain't. He's just really jacked and works out a lot, really coordinated.
Oh yeah,
But like he did it with less snaps, which shows something to me at least.
yeah, and it's not his fault. He doesn't have to be on the field every single snap. That's just hit on your draft picks, give your guys some rest.
Yeah, and like like kind of
Situational
like with
pass
Jim
rush is the
Harbaugh,
best
even
way
though
to use
didn't
it.
he get fired? The type of like, oh, you have to do logistics. Like they know that like if your guy gets a breather, he's gonna get more sacks too. So they kind of like doing that and making sure you're not killing a guy, getting him injured a lot.
Yeah, I was surprised they let him go, but they probably sat down and had to choose between keeping him or keeping Lamar. I gotta keep Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, you owe
You
one
know,
person a lot more money. So
yeah, it's hard to get rid of these quarterbacks now with these contracts. Like our third string quarterback right now.
with what Sador, or do you mean? Oh wait, no Watson. Yeah, he sucks. So what?
He's still shitting around this roster.
I guess we'll go. What do you think of Brown's last game? We got that win against the Bengals. I thought that was a good way to end out the season.
It's a great way to end the season. It sucked that was the way Stefanski went out, but I thought it was a perfect example of the entire season. Defense was great, offense not so much. So, we really need to get this higher right to get this offense back on track because we're going nowhere with it.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth overall best defense, and I think the only reason it wasn't one is they were on the field constantly.
Yeah. No, true. Yeah. I said I was gonna look it up. I knew we were top 10. I thought we'd be top 5, so that makes a lot of sense. Um, and it's like
And injuries too.
I want Jim to get the job. I really think he should. Like you're saying, they were on the field constantly. Like if we had a good offense and we get a good OC to help out Jim being a head coach, because yeah, Jim Schwartz is a DC, right?
Oh yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere. We're not gonna just let him walk so easily.
Mm-hmm. Do you happen to
Rightfully
have a
so. I
college
mean,
football game on right now?
I do not. I
I kind of forgot it was
do
tonight.
know Ole Miss is playing Georgia,
No, they're playing Miami.
and oh wait, no, Ole Miss is playing Miami. I can't. Oh,
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that both of them got knocked out.
For you,
It's
baby.
unbelievable. The U is back with a super senior back at quarterback. They're unstoppable.
Yep. Right now it's 17-10. It's 13-6. Miami has the ball on Ole Miss is 19. Looks like they're backed up and they're just gonna run it and dink it. But
Nice to see Ole Miss doing well since Lane Kiffin kind of abandoned them out of nowhere
yeah,
to go to a job that
he went to
I
the
don't think
LSU
it's
job?
the yeah, he took the LSU job.
Yeah, which nowadays I wouldn't say they're better than Ole Miss. Who's Ole Miss's coach that's really pushing them through that? And they beat Georgia to get in here?
I don't. They have an interim coach right now who knows? They might keep him if they go on a run here.
Yeah.
But Kiffin, man, you better hope it works out in LSU. You got to get clowned on for the rest of his days.
He was just tired of all the college goals at Ole Miss. He went through all of them. He had to find some new ladies.
You gotta go to Louisiana to find some new.
So,
I did not expect this Final Four.
mm-hmm. Ole Miss beat Georgia. There you go. That's crazy.
I can't believe Miami beat Ohio State the way that they did. I mean, they manhandled us on every level.
They did, and I like a lot of it. I think, and even though Indiana kind of helped this, but they had so much momentum. Like not playing that extra game kind of is hurting, but like also, and this shouldn't have been an excuse. It's not, but I don't know why to give Ryan Day the coaching like the play call position just because Harline was leaving. It's so dumb to me.
Yeah, they want to prepare for the future, but I mean, this guy's been calling the plays all year and beat everybody.
I mean, Hunter, who cares
So
about the first 3 games of next season? They're all, crap colleges anyway. What?
Yeah, we're probably playing Ohio University, Akron, Youngstown State, Kennesaw State. It's not going to be anybody that you need an excellent play caller
Rutgers,
for.
Yeah.
Rutgers, shout out Rutgers.
What do you think? What do you think will happen next year? I see we have some guys leaving. Or didn't one running back go to Penn State?
James Peoples, yeah. So I think Bo Jackson just kind of took over that spot, and Peoples needs somewhere to run the football. So I guess that one's not as surprising. I'm glad Jeremiah Smith anywhere, because there were some people trying to say that he might leave, maybe to go to Miami. They're on the up and up, but he tweeted out he ain't going nowhere.
That's perfect. Yeah, good.
But Carnell Tate, Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese. I mean, it's Ohio State. They're going to fill in, but guys aren't going to be as impactful as Arvell Reese, especially Caleb Downs. I mean, this man could be the next Ed Reed for all we know. He can't hit like Ed Reed. Not in today's NFL. Caleb Downs he covers the entire field at all times. It's crazy for a safety.
And we still have him. I don't know.
He's going to the draft. I keep seeing mock drafts of him going to the Bengals, which would be awful.
And then what do you think about for Brown's season as a whole?
It's kind of a complete and utter failure, but the rookie class you got, you're never too far off from either being in the bottomless pit or back in the playoffs. And I feel like if you get the right hire, you might just be, back to the playoffs. I don't think our division's going to be that good next year either, which is going to be a factor.
Wait, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Our division's going to be very good next year again either. I mean, I don't know what Pittsburgh's going to do when Rodgers retires. The Ravens look terrible this year. They need a complete roster overhaul. And then the Bengals are the Bengals. They don't have an O-line, and they don't have a defense. They didn't change anybody at coach, which I think is crazy. So they're just kind of like, maybe we'll just do better next year.
Yeah, I thought their coach was bad, too.
I'm not a fan of Zach Taylor. I think he should have been fired after last season. But this is why bad teams stay bad. They don't make changes, or maybe they make too many changes like us. You just never know.
Yeah.
But today we had Jim Schwartz and our offensive coordinator interview for the job. Just due diligence. I don't think it's going to be Tommy Reese. I'll be surprised if he stays, depending on who we hire, but I would not mind Jim Schwartz.
Yeah, I agree. That's who I wanted. I was saying that'd be nice. Who do you
Be
think
nice.
It's just next year?
I want it to be Shador. I don't really see a benefit to moving on from him. I also don't see any other quarterback you could draft that's going to make a difference. You're not going to get Fernando Mendoza. And behind him, there's not really anybody else coming out that's worth it. I keep seeing the Oregon quarterback, Dante Moore, but I don't I don't see him coming out. He's only a sophomore.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Guys don't come out that early anymore, especially like a guy like Anthony Richardson came out too early. Now look at him.
Who was that?
He went to Florida, got drafted high in the first round by the Colts, and it's just bad. I can't stay healthy.
Is he a quarterback?
He's quarterback. Daniel Jones won the job over him this year. That ended up working out for him, but at the time I couldn't believe it.
Danny Dimes.
Shout out Danny Dimes. His poor everything, man. Guy tore his broke his fibula first.
Oof.
Decided he was going to play on it, and then tore his Achilles because if you break your leg, there's no support of your Achilles. So he just got hit with the double tap on that one.
The double tap, bro.
Wouldn't be so bad, but they traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner.
How do I know that name? What did he used to play at? Like, what did he used to play?
A corner for the Jets. It's pretty good. I don't think he's worth 2 first-round picks. I mean, he plays corner, but
Dang.
Colts are going all in.
No respect for the corners, huh, Hunter?
I mean, would I give up a first? Yes, but I don't know about multiple. You need 3, maybe 4 corners on the field at all time. You can't cover the whole field.
Yeah.
It's like our corner room. Denzel is great. Denzel's the best corner in the league. I'll never hear any argument about it. But behind him, I like Tyson Campbell, but behind it, there's nobody. It is such burnt toast. It is crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we gotta hope you get MJ Emerson back at full health.
Yeah.
I mean, just getting a season-ending injury in training camp is just the biggest kick in the nuts for anybody. Like, you do all that training all year and you don't even get to play at all.
Agreed. Big poo, bro.
Yeah, not to mention what you're coming back to.
Which would be?
But our team in the condition it's in right now. Curious to see where Stefanski ends up. I do think he'll get another head coaching job. It's just I don't know where he's gonna go. That's gonna have a decent roster for him to orchestrate. You know, he's a good coordinator. That's what he came from. But he's just not really he's not a head coach kind of guy.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's like the Mike McDaniel thing, you know. You could be a bad head coach, you could have bad culture. If you're winning, nobody gives a shit. But if you're losing, I mean, look at him. He gets fired immediately for having one bad season.
Yeah, what was bad about his culture, though?
Guys being late to meetings and not being held accountable.
Tyreek Hill.
I mean, yeah, that too. Give it to his CTE, letting Tyreek Hill kind of do whatever the hell he wants with no repercussions.
That's crazy, yeah.
And I don't even know if Tyreek's going to play again. Did you see the injury he got?
Was that last year?
That was this season.
Did he break his leg?
Oh, he did. He bent it like a pretzel.
That's what
the other way.
Yeah. But I don't know. Technology, Hunter, you know how it be nowadays.
Well, they're going to have to use that technology to just get it to be a straight leg again.
Yeah, to build him a new leg, bro. It's like the $6 million man.
$6 million leg. He's all speed, though. You got to hope that he can at least be that again. I mean, he's not...
Yeah, I mean,
he's not catching anything.
Has anyone of speed ever done that and come back?
I don't know. Did Deshaun Jackson ever get that messed up? I don't think he did. I think he just got CTE, that's all.
CTE, that's all. Dang, coach.
You don't run with your brain, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but a lot of times what? Because like they would catch balls and get that hit from across, they just become dumb.
Yeah, I mean, Deshaun Jackson's era of receivers were going against Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher.
People that wanted to kill you, Hunter. You're forgetting the best one, James.
James Harrison.
There we go. A
I mean,
Colt
that guy was
McCoy
serving
killer.
CTE like a buffet, man. Poor Colt.
That dude probably doesn't know what 2+2 is anymore. Both of them, James or Colt McCoy.
Oh man, poor Colt. I really thought he was gonna be a franchise guy.
And then he ran out of pocket to the left one play, West Coast accent, and got jacked by James Harrison.
That's all it took back in the day. That's not even that long ago either.
It has to be like 20. Wait, when was that? Was that in the 2000s?
That was, man, Colt McCoy. That had to have been early 2010s, right?
I'll look it up for us real quick.
When was Colt McCoy drafted?
Yeah, because when you look it up on YouTube, it comes up James Harrison. Yeah, 2011, Hunter. Wow.
2011.
And then do you know what comes up after that? James Harrison hit on Muhammad Massaquoi. Remember that one?
And he has one on Josh Cribbs too.
Yeah.
I read Muhammad Massaquoi was pretty bad, but Mason Rudolph's was pretty bad. You know, we didn't do that to him, unfortunately, but that man got his shit rocked. They had to take his face mask off his helmet.
Who did that?
It was a corner for the Ravens. If you look up the Mason Rudolph hit, he really gets the Sonic coins knocked out of him.
The problem is when I look that up, Hunter, I know something else is coming up too, and I gotta go through all of that.
Who else would have done that?
Or when he got hit by the helmet.
Well, he must have been saying something wicked to get picked up by his own helmet and then get hit with it. Release the audio, NFL. I don't care how long ago it was.
Yeah, Myles Garrett just winning for best players, like you're saying, defensive players all time, and like, oh, this backup quarterback, we'll defend him as much as Myles. Like that's crazy to me.
It was a Thursday night football game, and you're telling me that nobody near him was mic'd up. You can hear people on the O-line yelling during regular season games.
You could hear fans saying the F word on the broadcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
They couldn't destroy that audio fast enough.
yup.
It didn't even make it to the TV station.
You know what's gonna happen one day, Hunter?
It's gonna get leaked.
Myles Garrett will probably be on Club Shay Shay and talk about it when
Oh,
he's
great.
retired. You know what I mean? We'll have to watch it on there or some other podcast.
Ugg is gonna be just absolutely fiending for the opportunity to talk about that.
He'll be like Oprah with that shit.
Be the most viewed Club Shay Shay of all time.
There's some high ones. I need to get back into watching that one. That was a good one. Cat Williams.
Yeah, the Cat Williams one. I don't know how anybody's gonna be able to top that.
21 Savage.
Talk
You have,
about-
like Megan. He has,
If
he has
you
everyone.
sign up for their program,
You will get a light-skinned wife.
who in 20 years ain't done no interviews. I mean, Cat Williams was on something else.
I love saying that. To this day, me and Brandy would just die about Cat Williams, bro. Look at Terry.
Oh,
Look
man.
at Terry. Like, come on, bro.
I go to make this movie. He pulls out Big Mama's House too. He's talking about coming back to do a Tyler Perry movie.
Oh man, he got so mad about that. Oh,
Big Mama's
Big
House.
Mama's House too. He made that movie just to spite Cat in Cat's eyes.
Honestly, it's a good movie. I'd watch it again.
Yeah, the pretty good. Not the
Nothing will top. I've been seeing clips of Norbit around on the internet right now.
why is Norbit back in the internet? I didn't know that. I love Norbit.
I don't know. It's always around Thanksgiving because of the Thanksgiving scene where Terry Crews like, I saved the best piece for you, Norbit. Turkey ass.
Yup.
Eat up, suck. That's such a goated movie when they go to the water park.
Goated. All right. I think that's us for Northeast Ohio Sports Show, guys. Talked about for Browns, Ohio State.
Watch Norbit.
Watson Orbit. Well, I already covered Blue Jackets. Do you have anything on them, real
I
quick?
got to get back into following them again. It was a long December to say the least. I've been through like 3 cars, so I haven't been paying attention to hockey that much. But I'm going to get back into paying attention to it here.
Yeah, I get that one.
I do know.
They lost 4 of the last.
Uh,
They lost 3 of the last 4.
Mertz Lincolns and who's that other goalie? They have Jet Greaves.
Yeah.
Thought we had like the dynamic duo there. They're both awful.
Right now, yeah. The one game you guys won, Greaves got the MVP, but probably because he had like 80 saves. Cavs have been winning a lot recently. They won 3 out of the last 4, which is good to see. We'll have to see how they do. Well, I think we're on the 7th seed right now, though. We're kind of like, maybe it was like 6. We're like close to be outside. Yeah, we're 7, so that's a little scary when you win some freaking games.
They're going to be back sooner rather than later too. I'm excited.
Who?
You know, Guardians.
Oh yeah, true.
Did we do anything in free agency? No. But that doesn't stop our division from being winnable.
That's very true. If you got a good team like last year, we'll get it. So, except for some more Guardians games. That's it for me. Me and Hunter are probably going to play some video games. You guys should too. Have a good night. Have a good Friday. One more day left.
One more day. Get them beers cracking.
Heck yeah. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you Monday on the Week Ahead News Show. We might have a Healthy Living Sunday. I'll let you guys know. Might be a little busy. I'll have to hit up Trevor. Stay tuned on our Facebook. Follow us on there. Once again, drop a like or subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.